Welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to look at overriding animations. We touched this topic when we looked at making generic model characters, but overriding animation is a key concept of Eadon Character Controller. If you look at the animator component, you can see that it's using an animator which is specific for this character. It's a copy of the master animator. But if you go into play mode, that animator controller disappears. This is because behind the scenes Eadon Character Controller uses what is called as an override animation controller, meaning it's still this animator, but every animation is overridden at runtime. So again, if you go into play mode and you select the character, go in the animator tab, you see exactly what's playing on the character. If I put it on the side, you can see that the character is moving and so on. If you want to customize your animator, because for example you have an asset pack that you got on the store or somewhere else, you don't have to go into the actual animator and change all the states. You can go in the animation override tab and override all the animation for the character. In this tutorial I have imported this pack from Kubol, which is a very good mock-up animation pack, and we are going to change the character to use these animations. We're going to get some idle animation. We're going to get walk animation. We're going to get the run animation. We're going to use the run animation for jogging, and we're going to use the sprint animation for running. Now you can see the idle is from Kubol. You can see the jog animation, the run animation, the stop is still the original one, and just to show better, let's remove jogging as a feature for a second, and you can see the walk animation. This you can mix and match animations from every pack you want, and this mechanism is even more important when you look at attack actions. We're going more in detail later, but this generic animation for unarmed one-hand and two-handed attack. But if you look at a weapon action, you can see that you can specify the animation for that particular attack with that particular weapon. And if you have the animation for that, you can say this action can be performed in all these states. And when you look at the animation, you have an override for that specific, for that sword attack, for the sword attack when you're crouched, sword attack when you're prone, when you're flying, when you're swimming, and when you're underwater. And the same principle applies for everything. If you have use a consumable action like drinking a potion, you can have different animation for all the states to give you the maximum flexibility in customizing your character. When you change animations for a character, you can export the list of overrides you've done so that you can apply them to another character with the same skeleton, or to any generic character. If this is useful also for generic models, let's say you have, let's try to find it here. If you have, for example, this pack, this pack has a number of variations of the same character. You can see it here. This is a single prefab, but there's 4 variations inside, different weapons, different pieces of armor. You can make one character, configure the animation, export, and import on all the others so they will be applied. It's an extremely flexible system, and it gives the maximum flexibility you can possibly have. That's all for this. In the next set of tutorials we will start looking at items.